How's it going, everybody? I could say something about how I hope you all had a good Christmas holiday and all that jazz, like a lot of people might, but I don't usually like making my videos too, temporally specific. Like I fully understand that, or I think about a lot, how someone might be watching this video in 6 months. Hopefully, someone will be watching this video in 6 months, and it will be July then. And shout out to you, guy watching this in 6 months. How are you? Hello. You're cool. Hope you have a good one. Anyways, speaking of July, my birthday is in July. And I've never been a big person really excited in like birthdays in general and birthday parties and being like the center of attention at a birthday party. I'm not just trying to be humble here. I've just never really liked like having everyone, like being the person sitting there at the table and everyone like giving me gifts and all, like sitting there staring at me and singing a song and waiting for me to blow out the birthday parties. That just hasn't been me. I don't know. Maybe that's part of being, I don't know. I'm at least somewhat introverted. I don't know. There's probably some weird sliding scale. But anyways, I remember one time, I don't remember how old I was, maybe like somewhere, my mom would probably be able to tell me better, somewhere between 8 and 14 years old, maybe. I know what house I was living in, but I lived in that house for several years. I think, well, I don't know, what was I like? Fifth grade? How old are you when you're in fifth grade? We'll say I was in fifth grade. And I decided to have, my mom was always more than willing to help me have a birthday party, but usually I kind of, kind of shied away from that sort of thing. But she was always more than willing. So this time, I guess I expressed some interest in having a birthday party. And so she helped me put it together, invited some friends. I think I had maybe 8 friends there or something, which was more than enough for me, it really ended up being way more than enough for me. And she made a cake. I think it was like one of those chocolate mud cakes. It actually looks like mud and you're eating mud, which I think I did my fair share of when I was little. And so I was, it's relevant to my interests. Anyways, and so we had friends come over and there was presents and singing. And at one point I had a ton of Legos when I was little. Okay. And at one point, and the kids my age, I think we still all liked Legos or had some interaction with Legos at some point in our lives. And at one point, maybe while my mom was getting all the stuff ready for the, lighting the candles or whatever, I don't know what was going on. But at some point, we were all just sitting in my room, the floor of my room, and we just had Legos everywhere. And we were all just playing with Legos, having a grand time. But things, I don't know, things quickly started getting out of control and I started having less of a good time. I just wanted to quietly sit there and play with Legos, that was what I wanted to do. But there were 8 boys crammed into a room playing with these Legos, and it didn't take very long before the Legos started getting thrown at each other and up at the whirring ceiling fan, seeing which direction they would shoot off in when the ceiling fan hit them. And then I remember, so I blew out the candles and everyone sang to me and I just kind of curled up inside of my own body while everyone was staring at me. And then later we went out front and it was pretty cool. This was pretty cool. We had a big, what was it called? What are these called? Water balloons. We had a big water balloon fight out in the front yard. I think my sister and my dad helped blow up a bunch of water balloons. We had a bunch of those ready for everybody, so we didn't have to blow them up ourselves. We had a big water balloon fight. We were all running around having a grand time. I remember that my friend James, I was pleased and proud of him to see him. He had somehow managed to climb up into the cherry tree with an armful of balloons. I don't know how he did that with these water balloons. But then things started getting crazy. We ran out of water balloons, but there were still empty ones, but nobody wanted to take the time to fill a water balloon up with water. So people were just taking the water balloons and blowing them up with air, it's kind of difficult to blow a water balloon up with air. You have to have some sort of lung capacity, and so some of us were blowing them up with air and then tying them off, and then we were just running around like madmen in the front yard, and we'd run up behind each other and smack those air-filled water balloons really hard on each other's backs, and they would pop, and whoever's back you popped the air-filled water balloon on, it would make their ears ring. And so that was that's pretty much all I remember about that birthday party. I think that's the last real birthday party I've ever had. 5th grade. I could have that totally wrong. How old I was, anyways. I could have that totally wrong. Anyways, I'm not sure why I just told you that, but if whenever you're watching this, if you just had a birthday, happy birthday. If you just had a holiday, happy holidays. And if you just stubbed your toe recently, I hope it feels better soon. I'm sorry about that. Here's a little kiss for you. That's for your toe. Okay. All right. Goodbye.